Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online. I am the Big B82 and this is part 27 of my Discovery era Science Officer. We're about to undertake the first mission in the second side quest mission, which is Spectres. So we're going to get the wraparound mission first, and then we're going to head down to the Donatu system to undergo the new mission. We are in a new ship. It is a Summerfield class Intel science vessel. Technically it's from 2410, but we're in 2409, so timeline manipulation. But of course we're from 2256, so who cares? Well, other than that, it's not real much to say. It's a science vessel, and it's the USS Galileo. So let's howl for the mission. So as it is a side quest, we have to come into incoming house. We need to scroll all the way down until we find Franklin Drake. I think it's Franklin Drake, or is it Admiral? Yeah, Admiral. Yeah.
We've received reports of strange events in the Eta Eridani sector, near the Donatu system. Time permitting, follow up and see what you can find.
So we'll accept that. So we need to head down to the Donatu system, and then we should get the mission tick off. Originally was going to be starting to do some Cyberpunk, but unfortunately Cyberpunk runs like dog shit on the PS4, which I have, which is the base PS4. Looks like dog shit and basically crashes whenever it feels like. So I am not going to be playing that. I'm playing that off screen until it's actually fixed. There's no point in even remotely doing it. Yeah, so this is the Summerfield class. I'm sure it's called Summerfield. Yeah, Summerfield class Intel vessel. There's our loadout. And I think I'll do the captain's log while we're going on the way down to the Donatu system. So it's captain's log. Stardate 86331.06.
On the front line of the Klingon Federation war, brave captains from both sides battle to defend their homes and gain advantages for their faction. Each death has meaning. Every victory can turn the tide. These are the conflicts that will determine the fate of the quadrant.
I will not disturb them anyway.
I have a job that requires your specific skills.
Okay, this man we need to speak to. So Captain's log, stardate 86331.06. We have been assigned to a new ship, a Summerfield class, the USS Galileo. Our orders are to rendezvous with a task force in the Donatu system, currently engaging True-Way forces.
I expect you to be efficient and discreet. Don't disappoint me.
Who do you report to? Is it Starfleet Intelligence?
Not exactly. I represent an organization devoted to protecting the Federation from all threats, internal and external. Some call us Section 31, and that is as good a name as any. Our methods of defense have been called extreme, even barbaric. But those who oppose us are simply being naive. Cling to your ideals all you want. Will they protect you from the Klingons? What about the Borg? Do you honestly think you can come to some sort of peaceful understanding with the Collective?
He has a point.
Of course not. My organization understands the dangers, and we're prepared to face them. You have been identified as someone who can be of use. It would be unfortunate for both of us if that is not the case. Until next time.
Oh, Skirmish.
We have reports of a true wave fleet entering the neutral zone and picking a fight with the Klingons near the Donatu system. Having two of our enemies fight is good for the Federation, but I want to know why the true way is so far out of their territory. Intercept them and deal with them. If you need to engage the Klingons as well, do so. A Starfleet task force has already been sent to the area. You'll need to join them in the Donatu system as soon as possible.
Okay, accept.
Until next time.
And let's enter the Donatu system. Yeah, I've been looking forward to playing through that subpunk, but unfortunately, if it's broken, it's broken. There's not much I can do about it. So, I had to make do with Star Trek. Oh no, you're so disappointed. On a lighter note, might throw in some Elite at some point. Captain, I'm picking up multiple hostile contacts, both Klingon and True Way. I can understand the Klingons being here. They've been trying to claim this system for months. But why the True Way normally... why the True Way? Normally they don't leave Cardassian space. They have no reasons to be here. They're refusing to respond to our house, sir, and we have to board one of their ships to get answers. You know, that thing was not as cool as it made it out to be. Cardassian flagship, the Axion, has been disabled, sir. Her warp core is stable for now. Recommend we get a closer look. Yes. Anomalies. Many anomalies. As many as I can possibly have. Well, as many consoles I can find that can produce anomalies. This should be a short and sweet mission, really. Most of the side quest missions were pretty short. That's probably why they took them off. Captain, Cardassian security teams are already starting to move in on our position. We should expect heavy resistance. Alright, fellas. Clearly that is not that way. It's this way. Hi guys. It's your friendly Federation boarding party. That should take care of all the security measures between us and the bridge. We don't expect the Cardassians to give up that easily though. They'll probably send more security teams to intercept us. Don't expect anything less. This is their ship. I mean, we fought off Klingon borders, so why wouldn't they fight off Federation borders? Even though they are a terrorist organisation. What the hell? No, I've done this so many missions so many times, you know, it's being constantly saying, I don't know what that is, it's... Oh, you jackass. Captain, did you see that? She had something else to say, didn't she? No, still, it's just, yeah, did you see that? Let's go to the Cardassian. Captain, what were those things? Sir, this Cardassian doesn't have any wounds on him, but my reading showed that he was dead before we entered this room. I recommend that we find a med kit and perform an examination on the corpse. We need to know why. We need to know more about what happened to him. If he was attacked by those creatures, we need to be cautious. Any contact may be lethal. Yeah, lethal, blah blah blah, right. Oh, shiny. Okay, there it is again. Is there something wrong with the environmentals on this ship? I don't know, ask the engineer. Patient admitted with plasma burn caused by an exploding EPS conduit. The wound was treated using a photophaser, and the patient and the patient was admitted to sick bay for sedation and observation. The patient suffered from neurological events resuming a cerebrovascular accident while sedated and was unable to be resuscitated. Further examination into the patient's death is pending on the autopsy by the CMO. Yeah. Sir, this Cardassian looks to have died from the same cause as the Cardassian we examined in the mess hall. We need to find a medikit to know what happened to them. Yeah. But we need to do the medical records first. Patient 904651. Patient admitted with a severe laceration suffered from working in engineering. The wound was closed using auto suture, and the patient was released with instructions to refrain from active duty and to return for another examination in 24 hours. Patient returned as instructed, complaining of a headache, elevated body temperature and nausea. White cell count was elevated, and preliminary analysis showed that the signs of systematic infection resulting from a contamination of the wound site. Patient was held in sick bay for treatment and observation. However, the infection spread rapidly and the treatment with standard antibiotics was unsuccessful. A more rigorous treatment regime was formulated but also proved unsuccessful. Patient's vital functions ceased, cause of death, circulatory system failure resulting from sepsis. Damn. Patient's body was transported back. Yeah, don't care about that bit. Died from sepsis, blood poisoning. Patient 962456. Patient admitted complaining of pain and inability to concentrate on assigned duties. Patient was treated with hydrochloroquine and told to rest. Psychological evaluation was scheduled. Patient returned several hours later, saying that neither the medication nor the rest had helped. Patient was treated with a larger dose of hydrochloroquine and admitted to sick bay for observation. During this period, the patient fell unconscious and was unable to be revived. An autopsy was conducted using a neurolite probe to obtain a sample of brain tissue. Examination of neural tissue did not show any signs of infections or trauma that would result in headaches or fatality. Cause of death remains undetermined, pending further investigation. What the fuck happened on this ship? Patient 874512. Patient admitted to complaining of extreme nausea and fatigue. Preliminary exams inconclusive. Patient held for overnight observations during which the condition worsened. Patient died at 23:52 hours. Quarantine protocols put in place by CMO's orders, and a level 6 force field is in use to prevent the spread of an unknown, possibly infectious agent. Force field may not be disabled without command level voice authorization. An autopsy of the patient was conducted using a laser scalpel to open the chest cavity. Organs were intact and showed no signs of trauma or infection, which would explain the patient's demise. Cause of death remains undetermined, pending further investigation. You're going to actually make me jump. Patient 864531. Patient admitted with a fractured tubula, suffered from while in the fuller deck. The bone was splintered and treated with a regulator. Patient returned later complaining of pain in the treated leg as well as elevated body temperature. Patient was then treated with a T-cell stimulator to stave off any possible infection. Patient condition continued to worsen while they were being continually treated to boost their immune response. Patient died 6.2 hours after injury. Due to the extreme rate of deterioration in the patient, an infection is unlikely. Fear of the contagious agent being responsible has resulted in quarantine protocols being enacted. Cause of death is yet to be determined. Corpse will be placed in status field pending further examination by CMO. Pretty sure it is a neurolite probe. Captain, that tool should be used. Should give us a better insight in the cause of death of the Cardassian in the mess hall. If we use the neurolite probe to obtain a sample of one of the Cardassian's brain tissue, we may be able to determine the cause of death. Used to be on that. Used to be the autopsy on that Cardassian. Yeah, he wasn't making my go way back here. This must have changed. The neurolite probe has determined that this individual died from a radical decrease in neural energy. It's almost as if he was drained from an outside source. All the brain activity came from a complete stop as the energy was depleted. Sir, there's a great deal of interference being picked up by the tricorder, most likely a result of energy residue from whatever was used on this Cardassian. Perhaps we can track down the by following the energy trail. There is a science lab across from the hall from the med bay. It should have access to the ship's internal sensors. Now, we're going to just go straight to what we think it is, which is this one. But let's see what the other options are. So, electroplasma. Electroplasma is used in several known species as a means of transferring power from a central power source to outlying areas of a ship's outpost. Plasma serves as an efficient medium for maintaining a high state of energy even when moved over a great distance or allowed to sit unused for long periods of time. For this reason, energized electroplasma can be stored in plasma canisters for transport and still arrive in a usable state. The scan is picking up high levels of electroplasma throughout the ship, but that's not surprising considering that the Cardassian used poorly shielded EPS relays. There is no anomalous readings from the scan. Nuclear fission reaction. Nuclear fission is a common source of energy for non-space. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. Nuclear fission is a common source of energy for non-spacefaring races. It provides a large amount of power with relatively little spatial knowledge. It is an unsuitable power source for interstellar travel. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to be butchering scientific stuff. I can't pronounce it. While races such as humans have used this source of power in the past, it has been surpassed by more efficient means of energy production, which result in toxic waste byproduct and can severely damage organic life. Yeah, fission sucks. No signs of any nuclear fission reactions taking place at this time, Captain. Omega energy. All information on Omega energy is classified. No Omega molecules anywhere inside the ship, Captain. What are Omega molecules? You're on a need to know basis on that one, Ian. Polaric ions. Polaric ions are used as a form of energy. However, they are highly volatile and prone to subspace chain reactions. These reactions have been known to create subspace fractures that make warp travel impossible, as well as creating hazardous amounts of polaric radiation. There is no polaric ions anywhere on the ship. Okay, last one, which is triolic waves. Triolic waves are a result of a process called selective molecule polarization, in which a substance is modified at a fundamental level to convert matter to energy. Triolic energy is not used by any known species because they are known to cause deterioration in living tissue. I'm picking up a large concentration of triolic waves centered around the ship's bridge, Captain. Triolic waves are harmful to humanoids. We will not be able to be in the area for long, and the Cardassians would be subject to deleterious effects as well. They would not knowingly use triolic energy. I suggest we take a closer look. Whatever is causing the triolic waves probably is responsible for the deaths of the Cardassians in the mess hall. To the bridge! Captain is heading to the bridge. Oh, freaking joy. Face death with honor. Deviants. of all the species, possibly the most annoying, damn Deviants. There's no mistaking them now, Captain. They were Deviants. What's curious though is that the Deviants are out of phase with us. Normally we can't see them without a subspace force field tuned to an extremely sensitive phase discriminator. We didn't have that. So how are they appearing in our reality? I recommend checking the Axon's crew log entries. Maybe they were doing something that made it easy for the Deviants to exist here. You exist here. Right, let's read the captain's log.
Goes well. The Axon has disabled or destroyed 7 enemy ships. I look forward to reporting our successes. The chief medical officer is concerned about casualties. It is his job to be concerned. Mine is to operate this ship at peak efficiency. I have read his report about unexplained deaths and dismissed it. There is always an explanation. He simply hasn't looked hard enough for it. I cannot let his failings disrupt our mission. Gulma Dread is looking for men of purpose to assist him. He wants leaders with the will to use whatever means are necessary to free our people from Federation tyranny. If all goes well, after this campaign, I will be seen as one of those leaders.
Gomadren was in this game. Gomadren is, of course, was the guy who tortured Captain Picard in the 2-part episodes Chain of Command. He was the one with the 4 lights, 5 lights. Sorry. Chief Engineer's log.
Running low on material and warplanes. Wish there was more time between battles to deploy and patch critical systems. The time is the most precious commodity. 4 crewmen down. 1 died in battle with our forces, but 3 others died in accidents. I have spoken to the captain about launching an investigation, but he sees nothing but his dreams of glory and return to conquest. Unusual spike in oil energy may be affecting warpcore efficiency. Must speak to Dryola and see if his sensor units have turned off any malfunction. Letter from Maja arrived today. She and the children are home, but she worries about me. She wants me to leave the troop and return to Cardassia Prime. 6 months ago I would have ignored her. I see no end to this fight. Perhaps she is right.
Science officer.
Science officer's log, stardate 86790.8. My duties on a combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Griffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been a focus of much scientific inquiry, and it last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal surprising amounts of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as detectable amounts of chronoton particles. The triolic waves will unfortunately prevent a closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life forms, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission for my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe. The chronotons are of even greater interest. They appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which could mean that this comet has been, or will be, in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data. But the captain has never had much interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole. A potential weapon to use against the Bajoran's gods may be of enough interest to him to divert our course.
Alright, that is all we can do here. Captain, we should return to the Galileo. I'm sure Starfleet Command would want to know that there are Deviants in the neutral zone. These battlegrounds are now their feeding grounds. You are absolutely right. Lens flare. Let's report to Franklin Drake.
Are you sure you found no sign of the Cardassians attempting to open a portal, or otherwise bring the Davidians into our phase variants? This is troublesome. There are pieces to the puzzle I don't have yet. Let me do some digging and I will be in touch.
Let's choose our reward. We have can get the phase shifted personal shield or a subspace field modulator. Sort of damage, photon damage resistance.
Until next time.
And that is a good line to end with. Thank you very much, Franklin. So that is the end of part 27. So when we return in parts 28, we'll be doing the mission there, Spin the Wheel, where we get to visit Drozana Station for the first time. Until then, please, I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in parts 28, Spin the Wheel. Ciao for now. Oh, and thanks for watching.